Hi, I'm Prissy Loyola from Escuelita Discover and Wonder. I'm a bilingual homeschooling mom of a first grade girl, and I wanted to show you how I plan my school year. I'm doing this in conjunction with Rooted in Rest, Science Mama, The Waldock Way, and several other accounts who wanted to join in. So this is how I plan. So I'm a little type A. I write these things out first, and then I plan from behind, so I write in what's the actual way I'm doing things. And I wanted to show you the science and social studies section first. So I split my week. For the first 3 days we do science, the last 2 days we do social studies. We're doing virtual co-ops with some friends, and my friend did a great one on ants last week, so much so that my daughter wanted to continue, and I thought, why not? We haven't actually started our Sonlight Science A, so why not use the sample that they have online, the free sample of K? And so that one comes with the teacher's manual, the sample, and instead of 3 days, I'm putting the ants book and the activity pages in mainly 2 days, and then the worksheets as well, and then doing the experiments and maybe a little bit of a craft on day 2 and day 3. So that's what we're doing for science. For social studies, we're doing core knowledge, history and geography. We're trying this out. We actually are just starting this as well. And I wanted to jump to Asia because this week is the Moon Festival. And so we are going to do the few pages that they have. We've checked out some books at the library about Asia, and I'm hoping to see if I can find some moon cakes locally. If not, this is a great book I checked out from the library called Kids Around the World, and they're very simple recipes, which is very helpful when you want to do something kind of quick, but still kind of give them a sample of the culture. The other thing I wanted to show you was, before we go into detail, was for piano. We're doing music for little Mozarts. We're also doing Hoffman Academy online. And then we're doing for art, artistic pursuits. And I'm super excited to jump in with my daughter. She's a little artist by nature, and so I'm hoping to kind of start at the very beginning. We're using early elementary K through 3, book 1. And so we're just going into lesson 2. And then finally for poetry, I'm doing the book of animal poetry from National Geographic. And it has some beautiful pictures to go along with their poems about the world. So we will continue our insect section since it goes really well with our science that we're learning. So this school year, we're using a Blue Sky planner. I just got it at Target. And I wrote down at the beginning of every day a prayer verse Bible. Prayer verse Bible, we're doing it in Spanish and then in English. And I have the same Bible for kids that we're kind of just going through it. And then I'm gonna do a read aloud. I'm starting the Winnie the Pooh audio read alouds. And for Spanish, I'm using the Libby apps that's connected to our library. They have these books called Ratón Matemático, and they're pretty great. And in the future, I hope to use Volamos, which I have since I was a kid. And they have just like short stories and sometimes like little poems, and they go well with the blends in Spanish as we start covering those. And so for math, what we're doing is we're doing Singapore math. I just wrote down what they suggested for every day. If I feel like she needs more time, we do more time on it. I don't actually have the textbook, but sometimes I'll take ideas from this to keep working if I feel like she needs it. But mainly I do like a game with her and a workbook page, and I pick one that I think, actually this is what we have, or this will be something that she'll be interested in. We also trace the numbers in our La Escritura book, which is in Spanish. So during the week, we do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays in Spanish, and we do Tuesdays and Thursdays in English. And we started off with the frequency words. So I do about 10 frequency words, and I practice them with her. And then recently I checked out these Bob books, and they're specifically with sight words in them, and so I wanted her to practice that a little bit more at the beginning of this year. So I'm gonna add these to her practice. The other thing that we're doing is we just started All About Spelling level 2. We never did level 1, but I feel like she could start level 2, but I definitely wanted to give her a good review of the first step. So we've been reviewing the rules literally one every week and just really diving into it, really practicing it. And I have these letter tiles that we've been using for practice. This week we're studying the CK, which I believe is rule 4, and reviewing in our notebook. Sometimes I'll add extra review games or ideas myself. And we would end the day that Tuesday with one of the readers, maybe even 2. They're pretty simple and they're pretty good. On Thursday, I have the same thing, frequency words, the rule number 4, and that's definitely when we review the CK. And I got this book that I found at the library that covers that as well as the Harcourt trophies. I got this from the bookstore at the library, maybe like 50 cents. And they're very simple stories, and they have a little bit of a comprehension questions at the end, and I think they're pretty good to kind of get them thinking. For SLA, what I'm also doing is frequency words in Spanish, and it's more for fluency than for anything else. Just a few in Spanish. And we're also practicing her handwriting completely in Spanish because I just think it's good for her to keep practicing that vocabulary with La Escritura from Zainer Blosser. The other thing that we're using is El Arte del Lenguaje 1 from Libros Águila. And we have already covered a lot of those monosílabos. So we're just doing a kind of quick review. What we're doing is the letters S, T, and N this week. So every day it would be one of these letters, S, T, or N. You would do S, and then I'd probably just have her just go through that first line. We're not doing cursive yet. Same thing with T, just the top, and N. I don't like to over frustrate her with handwriting, so that's all we're doing. And then just finish the repaso that they have to kind of go through it a little faster, since she has covered this in kinder. And then what we're doing for readers in Spanish, I have these Language Together books my in-laws gave me. I'm so thankful for them. I think they're pretty good at not just giving vocabulary, but just simple words for practice. And then I have this Senderos book. I found some on again my library's bookstore, but I have seen them on Amazon. And so they have stories, they have a little bit of grammar, a little bit of comprehension, and we'll be doing that this year. So that's how I plan the homeschool year for my bilingual homeschool. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to flip through or to show you down in the comments, and subscribe and like this video if you want to see more content like this.